Welcome back. It's Urban Today, and we are hosting Dr. Johnson Byabashaija, who is the Commissioner General of Prisons. Before we broke off, of course, that interesting question on whether any inmate had ever pulled one of the prison's break, and we just know that one Wagaba Moses, who we know now was supposed to be serving 25 years. Yeah. He had only served 5 years. That was last year, 2013. In July, he managed to do a prison break film. It's not yet out yet. July 12th. So up to now, not yet in custody.
Dr. Byabashaija, you told us that even if you were in charge of this country, you would never prioritize development of the prisons. I can't understand that. Why? Because I'm a potential prisoner. I can't understand why the Commissioner General of Prisons does not see the place that he presides over as a priority.
There are things which you have to do first to generate resources so that you can tackle these other social sectors like prisons. We know the priorities of this country have been set down by the government, by His Excellency. He has given about 9 strategic bottlenecks to be overcome, starting with roads, going to hospitals, infrastructure of the electricity. These are things which must be achieved, which will catapult the economy, and then you can have money to deal with these other things like the prisons and the... But this is not to say that we have something to do.
A strategic plan.
We have a strategic plan. In fact, it's from 12-13 to 16-17. Those are 5 years. So we are in the strategic plan. Right now, because of this congestion, congestion, by the way, is mainly in the urban prison. Because these are reception centers. They take people from the courts directly. That's why I am doing regional prisons, so that people don't come to the center. They remain at the region. And I think I have not yet succeeded, but we are going to succeed.
Dr. Johnson, my next question is, it may sound silly, but what is the purpose of prison? Now, aside from just holding custody some criminals here and there, to what extent do you think you've achieved a part of your objectives? That's if they're there, that when somebody has left, actually, probably they are better people.
That is the story of the century.
You tell us.
Because if you read, and this one I know you read.
I do read.
Because I can see he already knows what is on my website. You will also find out that Uganda has got the lowest recidivism rate in Africa.
True.
And it is not accidental. It's not by guessing. It is that we have worked towards that. Doing simple things like education, simple, inmates teaching others, functional adult literacy, hairdressing. Hairdressing. This is a simple thing. But my women are coming out as skilled hairdressers. Simple things.
So you have entrepreneurs actually being raised in prisons.
Oh my God gracious. This is the principle of MOOBS. Is one of the most innovative people I have encountered, Professor Warunga.
Yes.
In 2009, I called universities for the vice chancellors for a dialogue, because I had realized that when people finish A level, when they finish O level, they have nothing else to do in the prison. So I called the vice chancellors. We met at Hotel Africana. I presented them with the problem, and Professor Warunga picked it up. As part of their corporate social responsibility, MOOBS is giving us a certificate in business skills and entrepreneurship.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
We have had graduations in New Zealand. So those things added, like even what we are doing in the farms, people should know that the prison is doing as an institution, the biggest commercial maize growing in the country. Very soon I will take you there and you see.
Would like to do that.
Yes, and what has been discovered is that only the prisoners, the released prisoners, are the ones who can apply fertilizer in the field because they have learned it practically.
Okay.
If I gave you a fertilizer, you would look at it as if you were looking at the sun. Am I deceiving?
Certainly no.
So, these simple things have made sure that our prisoners, that is 70, no, not 70, 68%. 68% are not coming back. That's a very big achievement.
It is. I found that quite interesting when I first came across it. But what I want to ask, when I was growing up in the 80s, and of course it's a subject to discussion whether I actually ever did grow up, prison services had one of the best carpentry workshops we ever knew about. What happened to that?
The Malaysians took over because they imported the very weak, non-robust furniture.
Okay.
You know, at a certain time, government didn't want to do any business. So money was pulled out of those ventures. Now we have discovered government wants these things to run. That was one. Number two, our showroom was repossessed by the Indians. And our machines became obsolete. But we have slowly come back. I have now a showroom at Rugogo Showground.
Okay.
It is just beginning to function. Number two, I have got machines now again to make some furniture. Number three, which was distinguishing our furniture, is that we would never use timber which we have bought from the market. No. We would keep our timber for a minimum of 10 years. Now my stocking is at 3 years.
So you build it?
Yeah. When they reach 10 years, they will produce the furniture which we are producing in the 70s.
70s, 80s. Let me ask you one last one. Of the years you have been Commissioner General of Prisons, which case of individual that came into prison notorious and you rehabilitated that touches your heart the most and makes you so proud of being Commissioner General of Prisons? There must be the one.
Probably there are two.
Okay.
There is one ex-lieutenant, Owen Mugume, a robber, very stubborn. These days he works for an organization called Rope Incorporated that is giving hope to the prisoners again.
Okay.
Actually, he's doing fantastic work.
We'll get him
second
here.
one?
Then there is another one called Morris Kizito.
Maurice Kisto.
Morris Christoph.
Yes.
Where is he working now?
He has his organization called the Mission After Custody.
Okay. Dr. Johnson, before you get off the set, a more sensitive question here. 2006, I received the opportunity to visit Luzira, and I was supposed to have a conversation with Richard Ainitwe. On my way in, I meet a young lady called Jasmine. Jasmine was 13-year-old, and her uncle was in custody. The uncle was framed for murder. He had been in jail for 12 years. He was innocent. Now, the story that is being told here is that there are quite a number of inmates that are actually innocent, and they have been in custody for quite a long time. Is this a true story? And if it's true, what is being done about it? Because there are quite a number of people out there who have faced this difficulty.
We are a third world country, and therefore our systems are not perfect. You can have bungled investigations. So I'm sure behind there are some people who are innocent.
It's a sad story, isn't it?
It's everywhere, even USA, even UK. You can't have these investigations and the court processes, the prosecution, perfect. You can have probably 10%, 20%. And our level of development of these investigative skills will determine to what level we have the right convictions and the prosecution. So there are some.
Final word in 10
And
seconds.
that, unfortunately, that's not for me. Mine is the custody and the keeping you that you're okay and releasing you when time is due. Yeah.
Okay, any quick final word to somebody that has been watching this morning that would help them not become, not enjoy your services at any one point
No,
in time.
the only thing I can assure Ugandans is that we are a professional service. When you come, we shall handle you professionally. There is no any other. We are very calm. If you disturb us when you are inside there, you will see.
That you are calm.
No, we shall handle you professionally. That's why you don't hear these. I see people touching a police uniform. How can you touch a policeman?
The brown uniform is never touched.
Okay, Dr. Johnson, I think
we
we shall surely continue with our conversations with you, but it's apparent today we've been having Dr. Johnson Byabashaija. It's been an honor having you in our studios today.
Thank you.
And this morning, of course, and today we'll continue just shortly with Business Unusual. It's always great honor and company having you with us. Just stay with us. We'll be back shortly with Business Unusual.